All right, I'm 365 Days of Horsemanship. Good days, both good days. Yesterday I forgot to film, but I did have a good day. Farrier was here for a different horse in Lawrence's herd. So that was a really great opportunity to have an excuse to hold to him and bring him to the arena. Obviously I've been away on holiday for like nearly a week. So I was kind of feeling that I should have like an introductory session, like get back into it with everybody. I feel like actually I kind of swapped those days round, and I kind of did that today and did my arena sessions yesterday. Yeah, and then I ended up, so then I got Mijas, so I brought Lawrence up and I actually tied him on the hitching rail, and he was so good, which was so great. He was so chill. He was really just relaxed, but also like present. He wasn't like really shut down. He was quite like, you could tell he was a little bit wary, but like he was happy to kind of like sit there with the horses being shod, and then me like going to get Mia and coming back and being in the arena, and he could see me and he could see these other horses, and I think that worked quite well for him. So that was really great. So I got Mia, and the start of the session we had a little walk around, and then she kind of wanted to have a little sit and a snooze and just watch her herd. Excuse me, I'm really tired. I'm like between late shifts and night shifts. And she, that was then, we had some nice handprint stuff, basically. It was really nice. She was really into it. She was doing a lot of focus changes. And then I think I kind of messed things up a little bit by wanting to do some more active stuff. I just felt really motivated to do it, but actually I don't think it was the right timing for her. And then she kind of shut down a little bit emotionally. She started trying to like leave out of the gate and stuff, and we had to have that like whole conversation, which went fine. I feel like I was very good at just kind of like making, you know, noise and energy and like being really playful in a way that was like too much energy for her around the gate. So that kind of settled that discussion. But then when I put the halter on, it was really interesting because I could really feel the like emotional shutdown. Like her eyes are like this, and she's like looking the other way, and like she's like, you know, totally shut down to what's happening. And so played a little bit with the sideways. Didn't really do like sideways into like trot or anything, or really like halt to walk, just playing with like a few steps of sideways into a better feeling, and then back to just like walking. And that was interesting. I think it was really interesting because I felt really in tune with how not in tune she was. Like I felt like I could really feel it and see it, and so that was a good exercise for me. Definitely I felt like the session was quite challenging for me. Like I felt like I was constantly like working really hard to like work out the right thing to do, but actually I did end up I caught a couple of good moments in the sideways, and then when we stopped for a break, she had like a really big yawn and a lick and a chew, and like the eyes came back and she's like a bit more energized. So that was really good because I felt like that was powerful for me to learn and to see. So then I brought Lawrence into the arena and we played a little bit with the handprints, which was nice. And that went well-ish. The handprints are harder with him because he's just not as comfortable being touched, so there's a lot more supportive leadership going on. But I think it went well. And yeah, with Lawrence I felt like we reconnected. I didn't do any gym, I didn't do any trotting with Mia or with Lawrence. And then today I kind of wanted to do a bit of that, but then found that my energy was actually quite low. I was on a late shift last night. Excuse me, I'm on a night shift tonight, and I had to get up to take my car for repairs and get the courtesy car and come up here, and like, I think just too many things on the list today. And I got a couple hours work to do here as well, fencing and stuff. And yeah, Lawrence was sleeping when I got to him today. And so I started off with the handprint game, and that was going okay. And then I had this feeling that I needed to just like have a sit down with him. So I did, and like as soon as I sat down, like pretty much as soon as I sat down, like his energy really came up and he got really interactive and really interested. And we had some really interesting discussions around the scratching today. He asked for the scratches, and my initial thought was like, oh, I'm too late. Like, you shouldn't be asking, I should be offering them before he has to ask for them, and that's going to help him like want them less. But he'd asked so nicely and so gently, and he'd put himself in a position where I could scratch him from where I was sitting, and I just thought it was really sweet. So I started scratching him, and then basically he like really gently walked around like me and like changed his position so that I could scratch like different places on him that he wanted scratched, and he did it really gently and really politely, and it wasn't pushy at all, and he didn't like push into me or anything like that, and I felt really like safe and comfortable with it, and it felt really like relaxed, and so I let it just kind of flow. And then towards the end, I was up near his front leg and I started stroking his front leg, and he like picked his foot up, and I was kind of like jostling with it a bit, and we were both just kind of like being a little bit playful. He put his foot down, had like a big like lick and a chew, and I left it there, which I'm proud of, because I'd spotted like a real moment of playfulness that had like kind of happened organically between us, and I really wanted him to remember it. And yeah, so that was really nice. That was really good. And then I went to Mia with the halter, and actually did a little bit of the walking practice with her today. She wasn't really super interested in the halter, kind of ignoring me a bit, and I get the feeling based on today and yesterday that I think I need to reinvest a little bit of time in the relationship with her, and that's fine. I think I'm in more of a place to kind of do that now with my mindset at the moment, so that's okay. And so yeah, I basically, then it was like, well, what can I do? What does feel achievable to me and something that I could enjoy? Because I didn't really want to sit down with her. She's not interactive with me in the same way that Lawrence is. But I also like felt really low energy, getting really tired, and so I wanted to kind of like be true to myself. But I thought, well, I can walk, like I can do like a tired, slow, lazy walk, and just see kind of like what we get out of that. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, that actually went quite well. I was just walking my like circles around her, and yeah, after some time she had a couple of like moments of looking up, and then we had a nice little moment of sort of being in flow-ish together while moving, where she kind of changed position, but I was able to match my feet to her feet, like in a complimentary way. And I think I was probably, I would say, like yielding to her, but it felt like more of a yield. Like it felt like she took me with her. And so that was really nice. And that was kind of to do with Rayo having come up to want to see me. And I said to her, you know, like, you can't want my attention and then also ignore me. Like, it doesn't work like that. And so I kind of became a bit more provocative, came up and like, you know, moved to do like hand to nose touch. And she did like pick up her nose a little bit, and I kind of like had a little play with her nose, and she kind of like got a little bit interested. And again, like that playfulness. And so again, I left it there on that moment. And yeah, that was good. I think with both horses, I actually probably left it on the moment afterwards. I think I still am struggling I can recognize these moments now. So I've made an improvement on like waiting in the moment too long. I can do the moment, leave at the right moment from like that specific thing, and then usually then there'll be like a breath or like a secondary like thing that happens that then I go, oh, now I'm leaving. So it's a progress, definitely. And yeah, overall I feel really happy with both the sessions.